In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NFL games happening on December 29, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New York Jets versus Buffalo Bills. The New York Jets, with a record of 4-11, had high hopes for the 2024-2025 season, believing they had assembled a roster capable of competing for the Super Bowl. However, things have not gone as planned, and they now find themselves facing tough decisions in the offseason following a disappointing campaign. As they approach the end of the season, the Jets are still grappling with underperformance, and the future of the team remains uncertain. The end of this season marks another missed opportunity for a franchise that had once dreamed of reaching the pinnacle of the NFL. This Sunday, the Jets will face off against their American Football Conference East rivals, the Buffalo Bills, who currently sit at 12-3. The Bills, who are positioning themselves for a deep playoff run, are fueled by an outstanding performance from quarterback Josh Allen. Allen's impressive season has propelled Buffalo to become one of the most dangerous teams in the league, posing the biggest threat to the back-to-back reigning champions in the entire NFL. The last time these two teams met, on October 14, the Bills emerged victorious in a narrow 23-20 win, showcasing their resilience and ability to win close games on the road. The season has been a difficult one for Buffalo, with injuries starting to take a toll on their defense, particularly in recent weeks. The Bills' defense has struggled, especially in the last 3 games, culminating in a wave of key player absences. Injuries to players such as Russell Douglas, Matt Milano, Taylor Rapp, Damar Hamlin, and Dwayne Carter have been particularly damaging. These defensive losses have been especially evident in recent games against teams like the Rams, Lions, and Patriots, where Buffalo's defense has struggled on third downs and passing situations. However, the Bills are set to have some key defensive players back this week, including Milano, Rapp, and Douglas, which should strengthen their secondary as they take on a Jets team that has been struggling just to finish out the season. Buffalo is still in need of one more victory to secure the 2nd seed in the American Football Conference for the playoffs, and this adds additional motivation to the team, especially after their disappointing performance in last week's loss to New England. Buffalo remains one of the top teams in the league against the spread at home, and their motivation to secure the number 2 seed in the American Football Conference should provide further incentive. Even though quarterback Josh Allen is dealing with shoulder and elbow injuries, the Bills will want to lock in their playoff position and rest some of their key players in Week 18. A win on Sunday would not only solidify their playoff position, but also allow Allen and other starters to rest and recover before the playoffs. On the other side, Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers has indicated that he plans to play this weekend despite nursing a knee injury. Rodgers' injury, combined with an already struggling offense, could make it even more challenging for the Jets to find success. The Jets' offense has been far from explosive this season, ranking in the bottom 10 of the NFL for explosive play rate. This will only be further tested against a Buffalo defense that is designed to limit big plays, making it even more difficult for the Jets to generate scoring opportunities. In recent years, the matchups between these two teams have been highly competitive, but historically, the Bills have dominated the series, holding a 7-3 record in the last 10 head-to-head meetings dating back to December 2019. This includes a victory in New York earlier this season, and in the last 4 matchups played in Buffalo, the Bills have been undefeated, winning by an impressive margin of 61 points over that span. Despite the Jets' struggles and the fact that they have nothing left to play for in terms of playoff contention, this game could still be competitive. However, given the Bills' strength and the potential for MVP-level performances from Josh Allen, it's reasonable to expect Buffalo to take control of the game and secure the win. So the Buffalo Bills to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. While trends may not always be the most reliable source of information, certain situational statistics can provide valuable insights into upcoming games. In this instance, data from 420 games involving divisional matchups in outdoor games after Week 11 shows that the under has hit 59% of the time when the total is 44.5 or more, according to Bet Labs. Given that Allen is dealing with injuries, it's unlikely that the Bills will push him to use his legs or make plays outside the pocket, which could limit their offensive production. The Jets, on the other hand, are facing a much healthier Bills defense this week, which could further limit their offensive opportunities. Although this game features two of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL, recent matchups between the Jets and Bills have often been defined by defensive battles. The under has hit in 7 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams dating back to 2019, which highlights the tendency for these games to be lower scoring. Over their last 10 games, the Jets have gone under in 7 of those contests, scoring more than 25 points in just 3 of them. The Bills have also seen the under hit 6 times in their last 10 games, allowing 21 points or fewer in 7 of those games. If both defenses are relatively healthy, it's likely that this game will be lower scoring than expected, especially if Allen is playing at less than 100%. Additionally, with rainy and windy weather expected, the conditions could further limit offensive production, making it a game that could stay in the low 40 seconds in terms of total points. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Dallas Cowboys versus Philadelphia Eagles. The Dallas Cowboys will travel to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles in a National Football Conference East rivalry game on Sunday, December 29. The Cowboys are currently 7-8 overall this season, placing them in 3rd position in the National Football Conference East. Unfortunately for Dallas, their playoff hopes have been extinguished, and they will not be participating in the postseason this year. On the other hand, the Philadelphia Eagles have enjoyed a stellar season, standing at 12-3 and leading the National Football Conference East. They have already clinched a spot in the playoffs. However, the Eagles recently saw their impressive 10-game winning streak come to an end in their most recent game, where they were defeated by Washington. When these two teams met earlier this season in Dallas, it seemed like an overwhelming mismatch, and with good reason. The Eagles dominated the Cowboys in that game with a decisive 34-6 victory. At that time, Dallas was still adjusting to life without starting quarterback Dak Prescott, as Cooper Rush was filling in. Since that game, the Cowboys have shown marked improvement, particularly in recent weeks, having won 2 straight games against the Panthers and Buccaneers as underdogs. While Philadelphia remains one of the top teams in the league this season, their chances in this game may be compromised by the absence of their star quarterback, Jalen Hurts, who is sidelined due to a concussion he sustained in last week's loss to the Washington Commanders. Although the Eagles are in control of the National Football Conference East Division title, and their key players are unlikely to take their foot off the gas, it is difficult to predict that Philadelphia will win this game by a wide margin, especially with backup quarterback Kenny Pickett under center. Pickett, who replaced Hurts last week, struggled significantly in his performance. Going up against a tough Dallas defense, led by star pass rusher Micah Parsons, will not make his job any easier. The Cowboys have been playing with a lot of heart and intensity recently, and it's clear they are playing for their head coach, Mike McCarthy. With a rival like the Eagles, Dallas is likely to come out fired up, bringing plenty of energy into this matchup. Despite Philadelphia's overall talent, Dallas could very well turn this game into a low-scoring, grind-it-out affair with limited opportunities for each team. Dallas has won 4 of their last 5 games, with backup quarterback Cooper Rush settling into a more comfortable rhythm. The Cowboys' defense has been particularly impressive in recent weeks, and they will be carrying this momentum into Philadelphia, where the Eagles are still searching for answers after their recent struggles. Philadelphia will be without their starting quarterback Jalen Hurts, and Kenny Pickett's performance last week was far from encouraging. It seems unlikely that the Eagles, without Hurts, will be able to secure a dominant victory by multiple scores. Given all of these factors, the Dallas Cowboys to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Over the past month, Dallas has been particularly sharp offensively, averaging 26 or more points in 4 of their last 5 games, including a 34-point effort against the Commanders. The Cowboys have a fast-paced offense, often opting for the pass, with passing plays making up 62.8% of their total plays. Similarly, Philadelphia has also been able to put up solid points, averaging 29 points over their last 5 games. They scored 34 points against Dallas in their previous meeting. The Eagles' offense ranks 4th in the league for plays per game, indicating their fast tempo. However, their defense showed vulnerability in their last game, allowing 258 passing yards to the Commanders. With Cooper Rush looking more confident and the Cowboys' offense clicking, it seems likely that this game will feature plenty of scoring. With the over hitting in 6 of the last 8 matchups between these teams, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Las Vegas Raiders versus New Orleans Saints. On Sunday, December 29, 2024, the Las Vegas Raiders will face off against the New Orleans Saints at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. The Raiders come into this matchup with a newfound sense of optimism, buoyed by their recent 19-14 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars. However, despite this victory, their season has been largely underwhelming, plagued by inconsistency and missed opportunities that have hampered their performance throughout the year. In contrast, the Saints are attempting to bounce back from a disheartening 34-0 loss to the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field, a game that highlighted many of their ongoing struggles. While neither team remains in contention for the playoffs, both franchises are motivated by a desire to restore some pride and finish the season on a positive note, setting the stage for the future. Fans should anticipate a thrilling contest as both teams strive to close out their disappointing seasons on a high, while also providing a glimpse into the potential of their rosters in the coming years. The New Orleans Saints have encountered a range of challenges this season, as their offense has struggled to put points on the board, averaging a modest 21 points per game, while their defense has allowed 23 points per game, contributing to their underperformance throughout the year. One of the most pressing concerns for the Saints has been their porous defense, which has given up an alarming 378.4 yards per game, ranking them 30th in the NFL. Moreover, inconsistency at the quarterback position has only exacerbated their difficulties, leading to a disappointing record of 10 losses in their last 13 games after a promising 2-0 start. With injuries continuing to pile up and a general tendency to underperform, the Saints have not met expectations, especially in the betting realm, where they hold a 6-9 record against the spread this season. Their record becomes even more concerning when facing non-divisional opponents, where they are 3-7 against the spread. As the Saints approach the final game of the season, their position appears increasingly precarious, making them a risky bet for savvy gamblers who would be wise to approach wagers on New Orleans with caution. As the Raiders head into their final game of the 2024-2025 season against the Saints, they still have some fight left in them and are eager to secure only their 4th win of the year. Despite facing challenges in the offensive department, the Raiders' defense has been a bright spot, allowing an average of just 328 yards per game, which ranks them 12th in the NFL. Their ability to stop the run could prove crucial, particularly with the Saints struggling to find consistency in their passing game. Although the Raiders have not always lived up to expectations this season, they have shown signs of improvement in recent weeks, covering the point spread in 2 of their last 4 games. Ultimately, the strength of their defense is likely to be a key factor in keeping the Saints' offense in check, giving the Raiders a real chance to end the season on a positive note with a win. The New Orleans Saints are coming off a humiliating shutout loss to the Green Bay Packers and have struggled significantly over their past 10 games, posting a 3-7 straight up and against the spread record. The Las Vegas Raiders, while not immune to struggles of their own, having lost 9 of their last 10 games, continue to fight under head coach Antonio Pierce. This determination was evident in their recent victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars and their narrow losses to both the Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs, where they showed resilience and a willingness to compete. Despite their underwhelming season, the Raiders have not thrown in the towel and are playing with pride in their final games. From the perspective of Raiders head coach Antonio Pierce and the effort displayed in last week's victory over Jacksonville, it's clear that the team has not adopted a tanking mentality. While Las Vegas would likely benefit from securing a higher draft pick, they are still playing to win. With a more competent offense and a significantly stronger defense than the Saints, the Raiders are in a favorable position to secure the win. At this point of the season, the Saints are beset by injuries, and with Spencer Rattler at the helm of their offense, there is little confidence in their ability to perform. In a game between 2 teams with nothing left to play for, I lean toward the team that continues to show up and compete, the Las Vegas Raiders. Therefore, the Las Vegas Raiders to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The New Orleans Saints have seen 8 of their 15 games this season fall under the posted total, a reflection of their ongoing offensive struggles. Their recent performances, especially their last 4 games, have been disappointing, with the team only managing a combined total of 34 points, hardly the kind of production that would suggest an overbet. Additionally, 6 of their last 8 games have finished below expectations, underscoring their difficulties in putting up points. The Las Vegas Raiders have mirrored this trend, with 8 of their 15 games also ending under the total, and 5 of their 8 road games showcasing low-scoring affairs. The Raiders' last 4 games have been similarly quiet, as their defensive strength has played a major role in limiting opposing teams' scoring. With both teams struggling to score, particularly in recent weeks, and a season full of disappointing performances, it seems unlikely that this matchup will produce a high-scoring outcome. The Raiders have been held to fewer than 20 points in each of their last 6 games, yet their defense has stepped up, allowing no more than 16 points in their last 2 contests. The Saints' offense has been similarly ineffective, failing to score 20 points in their last 4 games. Spencer Rattler, who has struggled to complete more than half of his passes in his last 3 starts, does not inspire confidence in the Saints' offense. While the game may not be pretty, it is likely to end with a final score around 20-16 in favor of the Raiders. Although taking the under in an indoor game between 2 struggling teams may not seem ideal, the lack of offensive firepower on both sides makes the under the safer choice. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.